I'm Mara Moser. We begin this week's Catholic Current with an update on child and youth protection in the Church. Last week, the USCCB released the 2022 annual report with findings and recommendations on the implementation of the Charter for the Protection of Children and Young People. This is the 20th such report since 2002. We spoke with Deacon Bernie Nojadera, Director of the USCCB Secretariat for Child and Youth Protection, about the findings.
The audit is the mandate from the Charter for the Protection of Children and Young People. That's some instrument or way to be able to determine the compliance of dioceses and eparchies in how they are implementing the Charter for the Protection of Children and Young People. And why is it published publicly? It's just a form of accountability, transparency, just so that as the people of God have a right to know and such, other dioceses, eparchies could see how their neighbors are doing, how others are doing and such. We can learn from each other from that perspective. And so that's why it's published annually. Plus, it indicates as such in the Charter as well that the Secretariat is to produce an annual report of the findings of these audits.
Is there anything else you would like to say about this year's report?
This year's report, again, as always, continues to show the commitment that bishops have to protect and to heal. We have Stonebridge that has continued to carry out the compliance audits for us now. And since the change in the scope, where we're looking back to the date of their last on-site audit, that has definitely filled a gap in regard to looking back to seeing investigations that had previously been either cited as ongoing or under investigation. We're able to look back now and take a look at and see, well, whatever happened to those allegations in those cases. So again, it fills that gap, it fills that need. And as we finished, our 20th anniversary of this charter, again, I think the ongoing commitment to carry this out and to make sure we're producing this as a way of being able to be transparent, accountable, and open, and letting God's people know that this is a mission. This is very much ministry that's going to be in the life of the Church from here on out.
Thank you very much for your good work on this important issue. You can find the full report on the USCCB website. In just a few weeks, millions of young people are expected in Lisbon, Portugal, where the next World Youth Day will be held. We recently spoke with Bishop Jacques Favjoun, Bishop of Charleston, about this exciting event.
And I'm looking forward to see them, to be with young people, because all my life I've been working with young people. As a matter of fact, I'm a priest because I was a Boy Scout, and that's why we discovered my call. So for me, it's a priority. It's an option for the young people to be there, to listen to them, to be able to hear their confessions and celebrate with them. And I'm looking forward to that.
We look forward to sharing with you stories from World Youth Day in Portugal in August. In the meantime, you can learn more about the event and ways you can participate at usccb.org. Last week, the Department of Homeland Security began implementing a new process to reunite family members that are nationals of Colombia, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. Bishop Mark Seitz, chair of the Committee on Migration, issued a statement saying, "We welcome this effort to provide a realistic opportunity for attaining family unity and reunification, which are foundational to the U.S. immigration system and central tenets of Catholic social teaching." According to government data, more than 70,000 people could qualify for the program immediately. These would-be immigrants have family-based petitions that are already approved by USCIS, but some have waited 15 years or more in their home country for these limited visas, which would allow them to travel here lawfully to be with their loved ones. Bishop Seitz's statement went on to decry these backlogs that continue to plague the legal immigration system, and he called on Congress to work together to pass comprehensive immigration reform legislation. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Catholic Current. You can find out more about any of this week's topics by visiting us online at usccb.org or follow us on social media at USCCB. I'm Mara Moser. See you next week.